Whenever you want.
You rolling?
We're rolling.
Hi, friends. Pastor Kirk here. We've got some things to celebrate. As a church, we've got some things to celebrate. You know, sometimes we obviously gather, we ask God to bless our work and to help us serve Him and make a difference in the world. But you know, sometimes we forget to celebrate the things that God is doing among us. Well, the other night, I actually pulled out a piece of paper. I'd made a few notes. I shared with the session, looking back at 2017, some things that God has accomplished in the life of our church. The elders were excited about this list and thought maybe I should share some of these with you. So here we go. Some celebrations. God is working in and through us, looking back just this past year. Here's a few. We had an all-time record in the history of our church, 140 plus years, whatever it is, in number of babies we baptized and families bringing their children here for baptism in 2017. 19 babies baptized. That's the highest number in 1 year in FPC's history. As a tithing church family, that means 10% of every dollar that people give to the church goes for mission and to help others in need. We supported local ministries like Porch Light Meals, Meals for the Homeless, the River Food Pantry, Wanakee Ecumenical Board, the Food Cupboard, and the list goes on. Not to mention statewide, national, international ministries to those in real need. We launched a brand new caregiving ministry in this church, Stephen Ministry. These are church members who received 50 plus hours of training to help be with and care for people going through tough times. Initially, we were hoping that maybe 3 or 4 or 5 church members would sign up for this training. We've now got 18 fully trained up, 18 ready to go. This is having a huge impact on our ability to care for people who are hurting. Our music ministry, huge blessing this year. First time ever, full-time music director. Nancy Grunewald has joined our staff. She's already doing great things. Can we forget Bill Jordan, our seminary intern? Wasn't it a treat to have him with us? I loved working with this young man. He had a great time here. We've really, I think, by helping shape him, we've helped to shape his future ministry in some church. Who knows where he could end up. How about the Bethel series? We have been 2 years now training people to learn how to teach other people and lead them through the entire Bible, front to back, for a full perspective. That is going exceptionally well. We're preparing to launch this congregational phase next fall, and we're really excited about Bethel. How about this number, 102, 102%? What are you talking about, Pastor Kirk? Well, you know what they tell you in seminary? They say, if your people pledge, they're going to give something to the church, and they say, I'm going to give $100, you know, be happy if $75 comes in, 3/4, that's really great. That would be 75% of what was pledged is received. Wow, you folks are amazing. You know what happened this year? The finance elder tells me 102% of what was pledged was given. That's kind of unheard of. That's very unique. That's record-setting at FPC. Our high school mission team took 64 participants, 52 students, and 12 adults out to make a difference in a place of real need. The reservation in Wombly, South Dakota, and they built relationships, and they learned, and they served, and they came back just really transformed after that experience. How about VBS? It stands for Vacation Bible School. And you know what, I've said this, you've heard me say this. I think if that were the only thing we were doing as a church each year, and we existed for no other reason than to reach children in this community, it'd be worth our being here as a church. Our children's ministry director reminded me we had 290 children here last summer learning about Jesus. That's fantastic. Speaking of which, we said goodbye to one children's ministry director. We welcomed a new one, Lori Phelps. So fantastic. Where does all this talent come from? How are we getting so richly blessed as a church? We have had on the long-range plan here for more than 10 years the idea of a church manager to help run the machinery and the ad ministry stuff so I can focus more on the ministry stuff. Guess what? He's here. We've got one. His name is Bill Baker. And who knew that he would be willing to work for a paycheck that had a bunch of zeros on it. He's doing this as a volunteer. It's his work for the Lord. I tell him he's being paid in kingdom dollars. And he's just doing a fantastic job. And finally, let's not forget, and by the way, this is not all conclusive. I'm sure I'm leaving a lot of things out. We've got a brand new church sign that helps us communicate with the community. And you folks made that happen in a couple of weeks. It's already helping us reach out to the whole area. So many cars drive by and see our messages. We have a full session, 12 elders, starting the new year, and they are excited. We have every chair manned at the session table, and we've got leadership in every area. We've got a full up, fully occupied and manned church staff for the first time in a while. We're get up, ready to go, gun for bear. The Lord is doing something here. I'm feeling it. Are you? Really, we need to give thanks, rejoice, celebrate. And you know what? You can share in some of this celebration by joining us. Let's see, this Sunday for the congregational meeting. Once a year, we look back, we look ahead. After the second service, come for lunch, stick around. You'll hear more good things. Plan to join us. God bless you, folks.
I don't know if I could hold my hands up any longer.
No.
That's probably way too long.
It is, but you know what? As I'm sitting here, and of course, I heard it the other night, and as I'm listening, I'm like, I don't know that we could